How's it going? Welcome to day 2. I'm excited. And I'm actually not taking rides right now because strategy time. So as you know, EVs, a Tesla, it needs charged. So my apartment complex has free charging as a resident, but I'm not going to cheat. As I did in the first session of this, I'm not going to cheat. I'm going to go to the actual chargers and pay for it, just like anyone else if they're renting a Tesla via Uber. So I'm at 35% right now. Again, day 2. I'm preconditioning the battery to supercharge. So if you're doing this, you can click on navigation, you click on charging, and then you click on ideally a Tesla supercharger, just the infrastructure, the charging speeds. We can get into that whole thing in the comments, but it's going to precondition your battery for better and faster charging by doing so. So don't skip that. Click in navigation and click on charging and click on a Tesla supercharger. Now here's my strategy. Right now it's 2:40 p.m. I would love to drive right now, but I'm not going to. So again, I'm going to the charger first. I'm going to charge up to 100% so I can drive as long as I want today. Because if I didn't, I would have to charge sometime during the shift. Strategy number 2 is I'm gonna go charge right now because with reason there's bonus pay starting in 20 minutes from 3 to 4 and then 4 to 5 and then 5 to 6. So 3 until 6, right? It's a boost plus incentive, which means on every single ride, look at this. I'm getting like $4.50 per ride. That is very good. And again, if this is the first time you and I are meeting, my name is Mike. I help you make money in different side hustles, coming to you from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And I just spent $400 to rent this 2022 Model 3 for 1 week with the Uber Hertz partnership. Let's find out how much money I'm gonna make on day 2. First charging session going from 30 to 100%. And we can see here it says high usage supercharger station. Now there's different levels. There's 150 kilowatt. There's 250, which is the V3 supercharger from Tesla. This is the V2 or the 150 kilowatt hour chargers. So look here, we're charging at 68 kilowatt hours though, because I got what, 1, 2, at least 3 other cars, maybe 4. Now it tells you to leave spaces in between cars. Sometimes they can share power based on the base, based on the version of the supercharger. Now you don't have to pay for that. That's going to get invoiced to Hertz, and then it comes off at the end whenever you turn in the vehicle. Hello, did I film next to nothing on this day 2 shift? Yes. Was the pay better than day 1? Absolutely. So that 3-hour segment of the Boost Plus, I mean, that bonus pay, folks, bonus pay is what's going to make you the most money on these gig apps. So we had what, 350, I believe a 450 as well. So the quest that I was initially pursuing, which was $150 extra for 15 trips, I hit that. So take a look at the earnings here for day 2, $280 and 85 cents, because $150 of that was that quest bonus. Even so subtract the 150 from that 280, so we're left with 130. I drove a little over 3 hours, so we did about $43 an hour before the quest bonus of the 150, just because of that Boost Plus. And unlike day 1, customers felt like tipping. Thank you, Uber customers today. As always, we want a crazy dollars to mile ratio. I want like $3, $4 plus paid out per mile. And I got a lot of short runs. Here's an example here towards the tail end. 1936 for what? 4, 5, 6.5 miles there. Here's another one, 1694 with that $4.50 Boost Plus. Plus you get any tips, plus you get any applicable surge. That one was about 5 miles for about $17. Oh, here's something I noticed. So Trip Radar, that shows a request to multiple drivers at the same time, and you gotta click on that offer if you like it, right? And you basically try to match with it. So the Uber system's gonna say matching, and it's gonna give it to the best qualified driver. Now we're thinking that's a lot of things: driver rating, proximity to the pickup, and more. We don't know a ton about Trip Radar and how they assign it, because you don't need to be the first to click on it, and Uber said that, but you have to be the best. And again, no, here's my point, is I matched, it'll say matched after you put your bid in, you want to claim it, so it'll say matching, and then once you get it, it says matched, and it gives you like 5 seconds to confirm it. Here's a screen. It says, let's go. And that goes down in like 5 seconds, super quick. 1796. So this one was what, 4, 5, maybe 6 miles here. And I got matched with 2 of them today of Trip Radar. Now, if it doesn't make sense, don't click on that Trip Radar. Don't put your, match request in. But I got matched 2 out of 2 times. Let's say you take one of those longer runs, right? And it's gonna put you farther away because you took a longer run. You're like, well, I'll take it 15 minutes out of my city center because the pay's crazy, like $3, $4 a mile. But then what? You wanna get back into a busy zone. So check it out. Here is a positioning order, I call it. You can have positioning orders on most any app. The ending destination is gonna end where you wanna be. So it's repositioning me from a lesser ideal area into a more ideal area. So $16.11 for what, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 miles. That dollars to mile ratio, it's decent, even though there's a $4.50 boost. Like obviously we want a much better dollars to mile, but look at the pickup with the up arrow and then look at the drop off with the down arrow. So I use this as a positioning order. So yes, day 2 felt better, but how do the numbers actually look? So this shift, 2:30 p.m. until 6:45 p.m. So the start of that did include the charge time as well. So remember, I hit that quest bonus, the 15, you get an extra $150. So I'm going to break down the pay respectively here. So I grossed $280.85. That's including the bonus, and then $130.85 today without that bonus. So that equates to $66.08 per hour. That's with the bonus, but realistically, it was $30.79. Now, that's still very good. So the rides today, it was 7 rides completed. I received 3 tips. So a much better percent, still not stellar, but it's a better percent than yesterday as far as tips. Now I averaged only $1.83 average tip. And I've seen this, I saw it last month for the entire week that I did this, and I'm seeing it again, that tip frequency and the average tip is a good amount lower than food delivery. Business miles here, 47, that equates to $5.98 paid out per mile with the bonus, but $2.78 without that quest bonus. That's very good. And based on those business miles, I got a tax deduction of $29.38. So here's the deal. Going into day 3, my strategy, remember the tier that we're going for, $25 an hour, $32 an hour for Tesla Pittsburgh drivers, and then also trying to beat the numbers obviously from last month because this is a regular weekend, not a massive Halloween weekend. But I've already charged once, so how many more times am I going to have to charge? That comes off the top line. Am I going to get more boost plus pay? I'm a little worried about that for the rest of this weekend, into next week. How much more bonus pay am I going to get? I'm kind of at the mercy of that because the tips haven't been good. So where's the money going to come from? It's got to come from somewhere. Don't miss day 3. Drop a like on this video. You're going to want to subscribe. Click that bell notification down there so you can follow the entire 6-7 days, whatever I end up driving series here. You can also click or tap the screen here for my newest video, as well as a video recommended for you. And I'll see you in the next one.